So pretty much relevant question in present times. I know that the industry, specifically the education industry, is really changing because of AI, because of a lot of developments which are otherwise also taking place. It's not just about AI, but with foreign universities coming in, with newer courses coming in, with education expanding so much, wherein we need to have multiple perspectives put into our education system, and then on top of it, we have AI. Now, with AI, the challenges that we see is students have everything available at a tip of their finger, as in they don't really need a professor to educate them in the class because they are already, well exposed to a lot of information that is available out there. It's just that a little bit of that direction that they need from the professors. Otherwise, there's a lot that they can do even outside the classes. So I think the education industry in itself is facing that challenge of how do we make education system much more engaging? How do we make sure that students are getting exactly what they need? Because I'm sure there is another observation that we have, that students' attention span is now reducing. They want everything to be very fast, everything being delivered to them very quickly, because we are in the world of quick commerce wherein everything is available, too fast. So they want everything delivered very, very fast, at a very fast speed. So I think that is one challenge which education industry is right now facing, that how do we make sure that education is made available to them in bite size, or probably very compact, which they find much more meaningful, and it aligns with the varying needs of the learners. The learners themselves are now very different, coming out with different personalities of themselves, different behaviors, and they exactly know what they want, and many times don't even know what they're actually looking for. So I think that is something which is really challenging for the education industry, to find out that how can we fine tune our overall delivery, our overall outcomes in such a way that students find it very meaningful and pretty much aligned with what they're exactly looking for. So probably something which can really answer their questions and give them a solution which is really, really fast paced and fast tracked. So yeah, I think that ways it is changing and challenging as well. I think we professors have to really tighten our seatbelts. We ourselves have to be upgraded. If you look at the changes that are happening, we cannot be away from those changes. We cannot say that, I have learned in a different way and I'm comfortable with that, and let me just go ahead with that, because that is a traditional, education that I have received, and that is universal, that is best. So I think we as educators have to change ourselves as well, have to align ourselves with the changing needs of the times, and understand the needs of the learners much better, so that we can, fine tune what we already know and maybe align it much better with what the learners are looking for. In fact, I think that challenge, if we accept, there is much more learning that we as educators can also have, and then ultimately co-create a system which is again aligned with our traditional systems, of course, with our traditional knowledge, because we cannot really negate that at all, but then also make it much more aligned with what the learners are looking for and what is really important with the changing times as for now. So I think it would be a win-win even for us as educators, and I'm sure that process in itself is something which you would enjoy. So yeah, that's what I feel about it.